television programs have helped stir the consciences of people around the world, and that we are going to do something to protect our beautiful world, then all of us will be very pleased. Thank you, sir.
David Attenborough is the most renowned and easily recognizable narrator of nature documentaries in the world. His voice has been carried by the global BBC network and heard by close to 1 billion people over his long career. Now 94 years old, the legacy he has chosen to leave has been to issue the following stark warning to the world.
I've witnessed the natural world at its most fascinating and vibrant. But I've also witnessed startling changes that are today threatening our very civilizations. It's worth reflecting that our civilizations arose in large part because of the last 12,000-year period of climatic stability known as the Holocene, which allowed humans to settle and farm. It's now apparent that the Holocene has ended and our stable, reliable planet no longer exists. The impacts of this destabilization will profoundly impact every country on Earth. When you think about it, there is perhaps no more unsettling thought. The only conditions modern humans have ever known are changing, and changing fast.
Our atmosphere now contains concentrations of carbon dioxide that have not been equaled for millions of years. We are today perilously close to tipping points that, once passed, will send global temperatures spiraling catastrophically higher. If we continue on our current path, we will face the collapse of everything that gives us our security. Food production, access to fresh water, habitable ambient temperature, and ocean food chains. And if the natural world can no longer support the most basic of our needs, then much of the rest of civilization will quickly break down. Please make no mistake. Climate change is the biggest threat that modern humans have ever faced. We have left the stable and secure climatic period that gave birth to our civilizations. There is no going back. No matter what we do now, it's too late to avoid climate change.
Many people have yet to grasp that the devastation which would accompany a climate collapse, although not as instantaneous, would fully equal the magnitude of a nuclear holocaust.
there are grounds for hope. I do believe that if we act fast enough, we can reach a new stable state. The change needed in itself sounds immense, and of course it is. But we already have many of the technologies needed, at least for the initial changes. People today all over the world now realize this is no longer an issue which will affect future generations. It is people alive today, and in particular young people, who will live with the consequences of our actions. Perhaps the most significant lesson brought by these last 12 months has been that we are no longer separate nations, each best served by looking after its own needs. We are a single, truly global species, whose greatest threats are shared and whose security must ultimately come from acting together in the interests of us all, and put a value on nature that goes far beyond money. And through global cooperation, we may achieve far more than tackling climate change. We may finally create a stable, healthy world where resources are equally shared and where we thrive in balance with the rest of the natural world. In November this year, at COP26 in Glasgow, we have what may be our last opportunity to make this change. We may yet act proportionately and in time.